Chris Dickson, please toast me, sir.
Huzzah!
I can't believe this is your first time on Scam Nation.
It is. I'm super excited.
And I couldn't be more excited because we have Joe Diamond, who every time he comes on the show, shows me something like, you ever seen this? I'm like, no, I haven't. And he goes, it's on your bookshelf.
Yep.
So I wanted to find out if you had the same experience that I had when he showed me this.
All
Yes,
right.
this is a lovely old gem. I want you to imagine that this matchbook is an artist's easel, okay? And think of this deck of cards as 52 paintings, all right?
Okay.
So cut the cards anywhere you'd like. Perfect. Now, are you an art collector?
I am, yeah.
You
I
do?
do collect
Okay,
art,
all
yeah.
right. All right, what is one
Says
of your...
the master of forging
Yeah,
documents.
none of it's real. I've done it myself,
fair
but it's still a
enough.
collection.
Well, this is perfect because I'm about to show him a type of forgery in a moment. For starters, take the card, look at it. You can show the camera as well, and then put it back anywhere you want in the deck.
Anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
All right.
And you can square the deck up. Yeah.
Excuse my reach.
Perfect. No, it's fine. It's fine. So, in every deck of cards, there is a card that represents the most famous painting ever. What painting do you think it is?
Starry Night.
Close.
Dogs playing poker.
I was asking Chris.
Oh.
I was gonna say dogs playing poker.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well then the second most famous one,
Mona Lisa playing poker.
the Mona Lisa card.
yes.
There's a Mona Lisa card. Did you know that there was a Mona Lisa card in every deck?
No.
It's the Queen of Spades. She's the Mona Lisa card. It's not a perfect representation, but the face, the smile, the hand position, and it's an uncanny resemblance. I think you can agree, right?
Yeah.
So we've got the painting and we've got our artist's easel. Now, be honest, did you choose the Mona Lisa card?
No.
That would have
No.
been awesome. What card did you choose?
The Two of Hearts.
Oh, that's beautiful. There's an old saying that two hearts never see the same painting in the same way. I'll prove it.
Joe Diamond!
There's that moment, and you can see it when
Yeah.
you're watching Chris the whole time. He's like, I'm playing along, we're among magicians, we're playing along. And then there's like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Had you seen this one before?
No, never. And
Okay.
I love this easel idea. It's
Yes.
really creative.
Yes.
All right, spill.
Yep.
So this is an old gem from Michael Skinner. It's called the Mona Lisa card trick. It was on an old set of VHS tapes he had. It was in his book, Classic Sampler. And it's one of those things that it feels kind of like, remember Be Honest, Who Is It? The two-card Monty that everyone did for, it feels something like that, like something that everyone should be doing, but nobody does. I love it. It's technically one move, two if you want to really flex your chops.
This might be fun because the tough thing to come up with in magic is oftentimes the plot. And now that you
Yes.
have the plot,
Yeah.
Chris, who already knows his sauce when it comes to magic, I bet can perform it for us and
right.
skip the teaching part.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Joe, you know I'm an art forger, right? That's something
Yeah.
that I do. Do you know what the most stolen painting in the world has been?
Dogs playing poker.
Dogs playing poker. That's right. And the
That's all I've learned. That's
the
all
second,
I've learned.
The second most stolen was the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
It's very small. It's about this big. It's a little bit bigger than a deck of cards, but it is small. There's actually a card that's representative of the Mona Lisa in this deck. It's the Queen of Spades. Now, you might think this doesn't look like it. It's a little bit smaller, but you can see the Cheshire grin on the side, you know, her head canted to the side. You know, she has that little bit of wonder about her, right? Joe, what I want you to do is I want you to just say stop anywhere you like.
Stop.
Right there, a little bit further. Right,
Right
there,
there.
Joe, what I'm gonna do is take that card, look at it, memorize it. You can show it to these guys.
Yeah, got it.
Perfect. What I'll do is we're gonna take that, we're gonna stick it right back in. We're gonna give it a little bit of a shuffle, okay?
Sure.
Is your card, it's not the Mona Lisa, right? It's,
No, of
no,
course
of course not.
Of course not,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll give it a little bit of a shuffle here. I don't know if we're mixing this up. You know what's interesting is this is your matchbook. It's a little reminiscent of an easel, if you will. As I said, the Mona Lisa, the Queen of Spades, that's not what your card is. No?
No.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna prop that here in the easel, okay?
Yep.
And well, let's see if it wasn't the Mona Lisa, what was your card?
The two hearts.
Two of Hearts. You know, that's interesting. There's a phrase that I grew up with, being an art collector, and
That
it's
you didn't learn 5 minutes ago.
No, this was
yeah.
one of
Good.
the first things my father ever said to me when I learned English, and it was Two Hearts
That beat us one.
by Pat Benatar is your card.
Yes.
So it's a double lift. It's a double lift.
It's a force and a double lift.
That is
exactly.
so great.
You
Fine.
took the long way
I
around.
did.
And boy, did I love every second of that. That was amazing.
Huzzah.
First off, yes, it does have to be a force. No, it doesn't have to be the story of the Two of Hearts, but it does have to be some card that you have a story associated with, right?
Sure, yes. And I mean, the other thing too that I like about this structure, you can do lots of different structures, but I actually really like the freedom that this allows too, because all you need is the Two of Hearts and Queen of Spades on top. That's all you need. And then you can force this however you want. You can do a slip force, classic force. The crisscross force is great because it doesn't require any moves.
And we had downtime in between.
We had downtime, and you could even take that moment to talk about this being the easel as your time misdirection. That has remained the top card, and so you know it from that standpoint. But since I know you've picked the Two of Hearts, since I forced it, the control for this now is extra great because you can now put it back anywhere, and that's super fair. The card selection process doesn't have to be super fair because you're putting it back the fairest way possible.
And this is the moment that I'm seeing no breaks, no cramps,
This is where I
nothing
got
tricky.
lost. And this is where I went,
this is where
how am I gonna get that
This is where
card?
your magician brain went.
Yeah.
But this is the easiest control ever. I say I'm gonna look for the Queen of Spades, which is already on top.
On top.
So all I do is go through and look for the Two of Hearts. I say I'm looking for the Queen of Spades. The Queen of Spades is here.
That's so much easier
Yeah.
than the second
Yeah.
palm
Yeah.
lateral
Yeah.
steal.
Whatever it was you were
Bull
doing.
crap
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, and almost angle proof. So,
Except for the cameras.
work smart, not hard, kids.
Yeah.
So it's on top, and you had some great double lift subtleties, but this is one of those rare instances where just spreading off the top two cards, keeping a break there, and then coming over and picking up the whole card as one is great because I don't have to turn it over, I don't have to turn it back over.
Yes.
I'm telling the story
And there's
about
a reason
it.
because of the story.
Yes, exactly.
It does strike me that in general, this is a very weird
It
way
would
to
be.
show a card unless you are telling a story
Correct.
about a card.
About all the individual things
Yes.
about the card. The other thing too with this as well is that this isn't their card. So there's not a lot of heat on it. Also, I like this move because the finale's gonna be down on the table, so I at least like to have some of it up in our
Sure.
faces. So it's a different frame of focus. And now I have an excuse to put this back because I'm just gonna adjust this a little bit as I just thumb it off, and now this is the
Everything's
selected
justified.
card as
I will
right there.
point out, as somebody on the opposite side angle, you were very daring, and I don't know that the cameras are picking it up, just how slight this angle is. Like, just barely I could tell from your
I
sight line
cannot-
that you can't
No.
see the card, and I can.
Yeah, I mean, books and matches are becoming more and more rare. They're not like on every single bar. So you can, as long as you get the flaps out of the way, you can use the card case as well.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't need the book of matches for it, depending on the surface, depending on the size. And then just this, I actually have noticed I have to teach, because people don't realize that when you do this, it creates wind.
Yep.
So when you do this, you just angle the deck at the card and create some wind. And you can see with this, because it's shorter, it flipped over way further than this even. This had just flipped over. This kind of like launched it a little. A newer deck is better because you've got that crispness and it's gonna create better air. And it's great because it's a feeling of the card changed without you touching it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a clear moment of magic that's also a reveal.
So
Also, you feel like a wizard when you do it.
Yeah.
Out of all the things, Michael Skinner was a genius, but just this is its own level of genius in my
Well,
opinion.
you are a genius for pulling a gem from the vaults.
Thank
you
you.
very much, Joe Diamond.